Sup YouTube, this is Shooting Star Draco here with a deck profile, and today I'll be profiling TG Agents. There's been a lot of buzz about this deck, and right now I think it's the deck to play. I believe most agent players will be going to this, particular deck just to help out with consistency. But agents are still pretty good on their own. So without further ado, I'm going to give you the deck list and the extra deck. Alright, first off, to start off, we got 3 Venus. We know what Venus does. Pay 500, grab your Shine Balls. Your Shine Balls are pretty much the heart and pride of the deck. It pretty much thins the deck out as quickly as possible for other possibly broken plays. Next up, 3 Warwolf. Warwolf is pretty much easy. That's the best word for it. It's a dark for BLS, and its effect is when it's when a level 4 or lower is special summon, you can special summon it. Doesn't matter what side of the field it is, And when it gets destroyed, period, you could search out any other TG monster except himself. I only play 2 different TG monsters, so it's pretty, one grabs the other. Next, 3 Earth. Earth is a floater. A pretty broken one at that, because it grabs your Venus. If you do decide to, you could play Jupiter, and of course grab Jupiter with it. Sanctuary builds is a free Hyperion, but I rarely see Sanctuary anymore. But Earth is pretty good, and it's a level 2 tuner, which also makes it better. Next, of course, you wouldn't be playing agents if you're not playing Shine Balls. Shine Balls, free gachi. It's field presence, field advantage, plus plays with just this one particular card. But Shine Ball, this is pretty broken on its own, just because of Venus. Next, I play 2 Striker instead of 3 because I feel like I don't really need 3 Striker. 2 Striker is good because it's a Cyber Dragon tuner, which allows, plays with Warwolf to get your Wonder Magician and, just free summon. Striker plus Venus equals Trishula. Remember that. That's a great equation to remember. Next, only 2 Hyperion. 3 to me, I've been testing 3 and it was pretty much a dead draw. But 2 is just right. Hyperion, big boss monster of the deck, basically. It's a Dark Arm for fairies. And it's 2700 with Gachi on the field. He's like 31. So, that's all I gotta say about him. I tech in 1 Tomato because Tomato can be a floater if you get him first turn. Because you could float him into a Sangan or whatever and then Synchro to add more. Just possible plays. It's not that situational in this meta. So, Mystic Tomato definitely works out for me. Plus, it's another dark. 1 Tragodia. Tragodia is broken. Enough said. If you take battle damage, you drop it. He gains 600 attack for each card in your hand. You could discard a monster in your hand to take over a monster on your opponent's side of the field with the attack equal to. With a level equal to. And in the graveyard, you could reveal a monster to change Trag's level to that particular monster, which makes him easy sync, easy exceed summon, just easy to bring out anyway. Next, Sangan. Sangan, that's all you need to know. 1 Gores. Honest, if you don't know what Honest does, look it up. I main deck 1 Christia in this deck because it's just so easy to get fairies into the grave. You get them in pretty quickly. I think I can get them, depending on the situation, you can get exactly 4 fairies in grave in 2 turns and then drop Christia next turn. Plus, there's a loop with him. If he's destroyed, he goes back to the top of your deck, and so long as you still have exactly 4 fairies in the grave, then, you know, you can just drop them again and again and again. It's a good and bad loop, because it can get you in a tight jam. But Christia's broken. Plus, neither player can special summon, so that means when I do all my specials and drop Christia on you, it's, unless you have Mirror Force or Torrential, you're kinda SOL. And I don't have mines, but this is supposed to be Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning. Right now, my friend's borrowing my BLS, so I'll stick with the blue. We know what BLS does, we know he's broken this meta, so why not run him in this deck? Anyways, that's it for the monsters, and we'll move on to the spell and trap. Well, spells first, of course. First off, 3 Duality. It just adds so much consistency to the deck. So, you know, 3 Duality just works in this deck. Next, 2 MST is staple. 1 Pot of Avarice because I can in this deck. Heavy staple. Dark Hole staple. Monster Reborn. I tech in Mind Control because of the plus plays I can do with Trag and the Tuner, or plus plays I can do with Exceed monsters and stuff like that. So, you know, Mind Control has become a very revolutionary card this year. It's one of those that I would, if you sync or if you exceed, I recommend playing it, definitely. So that's it for the spells, not that many spells. And on to the traps. Of course, the 3 Solemns. I mean, you have to run it at this format. 3 Solemns is good. 1 Force. 1 Call. 1 Torrential. And of course, the best trap of the year. Trap Dust Shoot. Just so many good plays you could do with this Trap Dust Shoot. Like, I've had one time at a regionals where I just set MST and set Trap Dust Shoot, and he goes Heavy Storm, and I trained Dust Shoot to it, and now he's out of a Heavy Storm, and I could discard a card from his hand and put it back to his deck. Plus, Dust Shoot, Mind Crush is funny. You can play Dust Shoot and then chain Mind Crush, and it's too funny. Your opponent pretty much minuses the whole time. Alright, so that's it for the normal deck. And we're going to move on to the extra deck. There's some things I'm teching into this extra deck, and it's not fully finished yet, so when you get done, when this deck list is done, let me know what you think and what I should do with it. But first, Gachi, of course, broken. Leviathan Dragon, Utopia, even though I'm rarely able to bring Utopia out. Livier Dragon, just a great card in general. I'm teching in 1 number 34 Terabyte because of his effect to detach and bring back, detach and take control of one of your opponent's monsters, level 4 or lower. So he's basically, you know, a 2-turn mind control for, you know, the game. And, you know, using him, you can really do fast synchros or exceed so long as Terabyte's on the field. It's like running 3 mind control, basically. So that's why I tech him. Android, Wonder Magician. Wonder Magician's broke. She's a tuner. She's level 5, and she's a MST, she's a MST. And when she's destroyed, you can draw. So broken. Allied Justice Canister, Brio, Orient Dragon. I'm playing Orient Dragon for Synchro Hate, and if your opponent has Starlight Road, it just gets rid of that Stardust with ease, and you know, I love getting rid of stuff easily, so that's why I play Orient. 1 Black Rose, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Scrap Dragon, and Trishula. Like I said, this is a 14 card extra deck, so I can add one more thing. So if you have any ideas of what I should add in this deck, you can please let me know. That was my TG Agent deck, and rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know what do you think of it. And be sure to check out my next video that I'll be posting. It's of a TG variant deck that I did really good at regionals with, called TG Birdman. So if you're really interested in how that worked out, let me know and check out the video. This is Shooting Star Draco, and I'm out.